Now we are going to the step number 3, is to control the instruments and models based on the configuration number 1. Remember that the configuration number 1 has these models. We have a feedback connection and we have a step motor control model to control the step motor. Okay, so let's go to the step number 3, the basic table, and there is the configuration. The part 1 is to try to test the input-output feedback connection. Okay, there is the models here. We are going to apply several commands. We are going to write in TC number 2. The TC number 2 is the output, the value 2B. Let's apply that value. The reply was an error. Let's try it again. Sometimes this happens. Okay, again. So we can go back and we can open this window, the restart. We can reset the model. Okay, let's try to see if this runs better, and it's okay. Okay, we write the 2B. Okay, it's okay now. So let's read the same, the value right to the output. Let's press the read data, TC2. Read data was applied. Okay, 2B is available on the output of the output model here. Let me see. The output model is available with the 2B in hexadecimal format. So let's read the input model. If there is the 2B, we are going to read the feedback connection, and here it is, feedback connection with 2B, correct value. You could do it for the 3A value. There was an error. Let's try it again. Sometimes this happens, we have to be patient. Okay, let's read again the feedback connection, reading the TC number 1, an error. Let's try it again. Okay, that's okay. 2A, right, correct. So it's working correctly, the feedback connection. Now let's try to verify the rotation of the motor. Remember that we are going to control this module now. Okay, here you have the method and the commands. Here you have the image of the motor, of the axis of the motor. Through these instructions we can see what you are going to do. You are going to send a trigger command to start the motor, the stop trigger. Remember to use this command, the read raw TETs, to see the manufacturer defined TETs, the values. Okay, so let's read the manufacturer defined TETs now. We apply the command, there is an error, let's restart, send another command. That's a problem, let's restart, send a reset, trying to fix the possible internal error that the model may have. Okay, it's fixed. Now let's read the TETs. Okay, the TETs was written. Remember this value. Okay, you can see this, for instance, this FF. That means when I start the trigger command, the command will rotate continuously. So let's clear the window. Let's send a trigger command to see if the motor starts rotating. Okay, the command was correctly applied and the motor is rotating. You can see here at a speed, it's low. The speed is it's about 250 milliseconds per step. Is right in here, somewhere indicated in this. Okay, here the step is with a low velocity. It's rotating continuously. You can wait to see that the motor will not stop. The motor will not stop, but you can stop the motor by pressing the stop trigger. Let's press. The first was not correctly applied. Let's try it again. okay, and the motor stops. So we are now, if we are going now to change the way we can control the motor. We are going to change the manufacturer defined TEDs. You are going to write the TEDs with a faster speed. So let's send this command. Okay, this command is sending the speed change. Let's change the number of steps to 400 steps. There was an error. Let's try it again. Okay, error code 0. It's okay, it replies. So we can take a look at the manufacturer defined TEDs, and you are going to see that there are no FF now, because we are changing the number of steps. Now let's send the checksum value to validate the TEDs. It is important, and the update TEDs. Okay, the reply to the update TEDs was correctly. Okay, because these fields are everything with 0. Now we have a new manufacturer defined TEDs defined. We can read the manufacturer defined TEDs. Okay, it's different from the first one. Okay, so the control of the motor will be different. It will rotate faster, and only one rotation, 1 volt. So let's trigger a command, rotating and stops. You see, another time there was an error, so it doesn't rotate. Let's try it again. It rotates and stops. Okay, so this shows that we can define different ways of controlling the step motor control module by defining the manufacturer defined TEDs. Okay, and that's all for the first configuration and first control of the instruments and models.